I'm Joanna Nash. I'm a painter, and I'm in my studio in Arundel, Quebec. For me as an artist, I'm in nature. I really feel I'm embedded in nature. It's all around me. I had a very big studio in Montreal, but at a certain point, I needed more quiet. I think that really is what I was searching for. It was time to move on. I was ready to move to the country, and circumstances happened that permitted it. Artistically, my response to the nature out here is a bit different from what it was before. When I lived in the city and I made my way to different landscapes, I was more of an observational painter. I interpreted the landscape, but I needed to be in it, and I was responding to what I saw. When I moved up here and I first began to look around me and get a feel for the nature I was in, I found that I could come into my studio and evoke the place from inside me. So I don't do very much work outside anymore, which I did for many years. Now the themes and nature I'm able to pull it out from inside of myself. I differentiate subject matter from content. I think the content of my art has always been about life and the relationship of myself to the world around me, to people, to events. But the subject matter specifically changed. I think I started to speak through animals, through smoke and the atmosphere of fire, which became something different for me here than it was in the city. I was working a lot with the human element, with people, and now the content is about people, but the subject matter is more the elements of nature here. The most recent works are about birds, and I started to raise chickens when I moved to the country. Hens that lay eggs and meat chickens that sadly end up in the freezer. And I began to observe them a lot. I find them very fascinating. So I was drawing them alive and dead. And then I began, just like I did with nature and the landscape, I began to integrate the idea of bird. And these, what started off as dead chickens, became birds. Live birds, flying birds, soaring birds. It's a subject I'm enjoying. It will lead me on to something else. I can't isolate an artistic statement from a life statement. I'm here for a short while. I'm absolutely intrigued by the mystery and the materials of painting and the kind of transformation that takes place between my response to things and what I can form out of the materials. It's never stopped intriguing me. I learn from one painting to the next, and it seems to be what I'm best at.